Each one of us must make his own true way. And when we do that, that way will express the universal way. From Shunryu Suzuki, Zen Mind, Beginner's Mind. There is an important distinction between martial arts and simply fighting. The distinction is that traditional martial arts originated as a part of a total system of training, the ultimate aim of which was a transformation of the practitioner. Learning to fight is relatively simple. A number of techniques for defending against and inflicting injury is learned and practiced until effectiveness is achieved. Conversely, Zen, Taoist, Yogic, and several other schools of thought treat martial arts as part of a system of moral, physical, intellectual, and spiritual discipline, one byproduct of which was the ability to defend oneself. In these schools, martial arts were treated as a tool to attain goals prescribed by religious institutions, such as the Zen goal of enlightenment and the Taoist goal of immortality, psychic powers, or Wu Hui, meaning going with the flow. Examples of schools of philosophy that incorporate martial arts as a part of their curriculum are not confined to the Far East. For example, the medieval Spanish schools of fencing offered a 5-year program that combined the training of the broadsword, rapier, saber, foil, spear, and halberd with intensive study of mathematics, geometry, astronomy, philosophy, and history. Part of the training program included the practice of complex routines, like kata, that were performed on a geometric grid pattern carved into the floor. Graduates from the Spanish schools were renowned for their detached and dispassionate composure during battle, much like the Japanese samurai. Other examples include the Knights Templar, an order that combined both strict religious observances with fierce military training. On the one hand, renowned for their charitable work, they were also both feared and admired by their enemies. Although classic literature on the martial arts emphasize the necessity of spiritual and moral development, few schools of martial arts today pay enough, if any, attention to this area of study. Conversely, the occasional school that does attempt to teach the philosophic side tends to delve into fantasy, often neglecting the sweat and blood training that is vital to achieving real skill. If one is to study a martial art as an art, then it should include the study of the arts, sciences, and humanities. This idea was first expressed by the Confucian ideal of the gentleman, or chunzi. Confucius wrote that a gentleman was required to study literature and philosophy, painting, history, music, and martial arts. According to Confucius, the problems of man and society stem from selfishness, greed, and ignorance. He taught that in order for people to live in harmony with nature, society, and each other, each person must make an individual effort to overcome selfishness and ignorance and to live life according to a personal code of conduct. Such a person would be known simply as a gentleman. Those who would be leaders were held the most accountable and had the responsibility for setting an example. Since following the path of the gentleman was difficult, Confucius included the practice of martial arts to develop strength, courage, and self-discipline needed to become a gentleman. It is the aim of this work to provide information that students of the warrior path can apply to all forms of art.